I started working full-time around 15 years ago. But when I left the Royal Air Force, I started working with organisations ranging in size, I guess, from global Fortune 500s to complete startups, always in a commercial role around sales, marketing, and business development, which involved always coaching and working with junior guys and girls around me in sales and marketing roles to bring them on and develop them. So always focused in business development. We sold a software company back in the late 90s, and that was VC funded. So when at the end of that contract, I started working with the clients of the venture capitalists themselves, looking to develop and grow those. So I guess you could argue it's much longer than 15 years, but I'll stick with 15 if that's an acceptable answer. The Elephant's Child work in a great space in this small to medium sized space. It's really invigorating and quite positive. Whereas I always see the corporate world and is full of politics and organisations get bogged down in politics. So working in the SME space is always been of interest to me. And a really good friend of mine introduced me to Elephant's Child. There's a group of people. She said to me, it's a group of people that share the same values that we share about helping clients. So I met Elephant's Child, and it was interesting to see that they use a common methodology all around developing a solid strategy and then breaking that down into actions that the business owners can follow through to create alignment from top to bottom within the business. And it was just a really great group of people that put the client at the centre of what we do. I think it's really important that you have an open and honest relationship with the client that deal with facts and deal with things in a very logical and unemotional way. Not that you can separate the emotion for the client with the business, but you have to address the issues unemotionally. So I often position myself pretty much as a challenging ally rather than a friend. I'm on your side, but I'm not here for you to like me. I just need you to work with me and appreciate the value that we bring. It's all around a common goal, typically starting with shareholder and stakeholder aspirations. Where do you want to be over the next 3 to 5 years? There's always a set of today's problems that need to be dealt with. So then breaking the journey, if you like, from 3 years, 5 years out, coming back to year 2, coming back to year 1, what have we got to fix in the next 30, 60, 90 days to help us on that journey? And breaking that operational planning down into real actions, timeframes, owners, accountability, and then working with the client to implement those challenges and meet those activities and timescales. It's an interesting challenge because it isn't really a size and it isn't really a style. The way that a lot of us work within Elephant's Child is that we all can work on the strategic piece, setting the longer term goal and breaking that down into realisable actions every 30, 60, 90 days. We can all do that. But then we have different specialisms. I work with people. My personal background is in sales, marketing, and business development, but we have lawyers, we have accountants, so we all have a different skill to bring to this. So it's difficult to say the right size of company. I think it's more about the mentality of the business owner. If the owner is uncomfortable, unhappy with the current results and has a desire to be in a different place over the next 3 to 5 years, whether that's just straightforward growth or perhaps growth leading to exit, those are the people, those are the types of businesses and individuals that we can really help. Achievement is measured in different ways for different businesses. One of the things I'm really proud of initially is that during COVID and through COVID, all of the businesses that I was actively working with going into COVID have survived and thrived beyond COVID because of solid management within the business and building a business on solid foundations. I've taken 3-4 companies now into to viable trade sales that has been successful for the owner. Achievement is based on going back to one of the previous questions around it's what the owner is looking to achieve, what the stakeholders are looking to achieve. If we can meet their goals, then I've been successful in helping them.